that we face constantly and consistently, but we can resolve many things if we began to take up the weapons that God has given us and began to use these weapons to fight the enemy. In many cases, we go and we're in certain situations and we're in them for years because we don't have the knowledge that this is a spiritual battle that we're in. There are some things, as I began to look into the scripture, there are some things that you can't work your way out, some things you will not be healed of. There's some emotional distress that you will continue to go through. As I began to look at this scripture, and it talks about the weapons of our warfare, there are sometimes when people are in debt, many times they think if I get 2 or 3 jobs, that's going to bring me out. But in many cases, it's not the money, but it's a spiritual warfare that you're in. And when you try to fight a spiritual warfare, it looks like it's a financial thing, but it's really a spiritual thing that's taking place. And when you began to try to figure it out with the natural, with the money, and it still's not working out, you have to begin to see this is something spiritual. This is the enemy coming against my finances. This is the enemy coming against my health. This is the enemy coming against my emotions. There are some people that go through relationships and they keep finding the same type men and same type of women. And many times they feel I just can't find the right person. It's not that. It's a spiritual war that you're in. And when you begin to recognize that it's a spiritual war, that's when you can begin to take the weapons of your warfare and begin to fight the enemy. There are so many things that we've been going through for years that God is calling for us to come out of so that we can move to the next level in God and begin to progress in other areas of our spiritual life. So therefore, when you begin to walk this war, you got to begin to ask God to show you through spirit eyes what's beginning to happen. Begin to reveal to you in the spirit what you're really fighting against.